You might suck at hiring. Most people do, because the people who taught them weren't any good at it either. Just because you work for an organization that doesn't set you up for success doesn't mean you can't create a team that's successful. Story time. I once worked for an organization that brought me in to shake things up. A sure sign that something isn't working, but leadership isn't sure exactly what. I was given unrealistic goals. I was given the smallest budget. I was given the misfit employees. I was given so many extra hoops to jump through. But leadership didn't care about any of that. They just wanted results. Luckily for them, I had learned a thing or two along the way about how to build successful teams. Here are the first 5 things I suggest any new manager or manager in a new role do when building a team. Let's call them Liz's rules. Let's start with finding your number 2. Now, this is the most critical role that you can have. It's going to be your right hand. And this isn't a specific role. In fact, it can be any role. This is the right person that you can throw stuff to and that can help you with the hard things along the way. Now, this person can change over time. You might join a team and find your number 2 amongst the team you already have. And then as you add new team members or things change, you might identify a new number 2 that you use. Don't worry. It's about having the players in the seat that you need at the right time. Now, there are some things that all great number 2s have in common. A few things I look for in a good number 2 is being independent, being a strategic thinker, and being a people person. Ideally, I need to be able to toss something at them, and they need to be able to take the ball and run with it. Okay, next we need to find our hidden treasures. Not every resource that you use in the organization will work directly for you. In fact, there are amazing people within your organization right now that are ready and willing to help you out with a lot of different tasks. As you get to know your team and your organization, look around. These hidden treasures could be found anywhere. Maybe they're a resource that have been assigned to you or your department. Think about an HR recruiter, or maybe a business analyst or project manager. Maybe it's support staff that sees and hears all that's going on around the organization. Or maybe it's a peer who's willing to partner with you to take on the world and get shit done. These people are there in your organization today and are ready to help you along the way. And remember, people want to work with teams that get shit done. So the better your team gets, the more hidden treasures will come out of the woodwork and want to work with you. We focus sometimes so much on job tasks that we can't see the forest for the trees. I know a software startup company that won't hire anyone that doesn't already have experience using their software. Okay, but isn't your software the one thing you should be really good at training people on? Sure. Job skills, expertise, and software knowledge is all important. But that can all be taught. You need to focus on the skills that you can't teach first. For me, the 2 non-negotiables are drive and growth potential. Ensuring that someone has those 2 skills means that they're going to be able to learn the other skills that they're missing more quickly and easily. Period. Find someone who you can train and who's willing to learn, and you're going to end up saving money and with a better outcome over time. Okay, so next we need to focus on company and culture fit. Not all companies are created equal. There is a spectrum, from the wild, wild west to the corporate bureaucratic BS. You need to understand where you work and what kind of organization you're in, and that you're not going to change it now, or maybe even ever. You need to evaluate the candidates that you're talking to through that lens, and make sure that they're going to be a good fit for the environment that you're in. If you're in a startup that's looking to stand up a new division, it could be tempting to steal someone from a corporate enterprise organization who's ran it all before. But are they going to be able to navigate in a system where there's no framework? Are they going to be able to wear all the hats until they're able to plan and hire the right people? Are they going to be able to handle navigating the structure of no rules, no framework, and the wild, wild west? Conversely, if you need to bring someone into a corporate bureaucratic organization to shake things up, you might want to bring someone in from a smaller organization who does things differently. Okay, but can they navigate with the slower pace of an enterprise organization? Can they deal with having to move through so much red tapes and checks and balances? And can they deal with an executive team that doesn't make sense or make decisions that make sense a lot of the time? You need to make sure that the person that you hire is matched and understands the organization that they're coming into. And if you're in an unhealthy organization, no matter where it is on that spectrum, here are 3 things that I recommend you hire for with every new hire. Number 1, the ability to create structure out of nothing. Number 2, the ability to navigate BS, because we all know there's a lot of it. And number 3, the ability to work through chaos and calm it. Making sure you account for culture will ensure you have a smooth onboarding experience for your new employee on your team. It doesn't matter how good the employee is. If it's not a good culture fit, it's not going to work out. Finally, you found your number 2. You found your hidden treasures. You're not overlooking these skills. You're considering company and culture fit. So now it's time to work on you and improving your delegating and empowering skills. Listen, you have to be able to successfully delegate work to your employees and empower them to get shit done. And empowering doesn't mean cheerleading. Sure, there's some of that. But what it really means is setting your employees up to make decisions on their own, know when to escalate things to you, and get shit done without having you constantly having to be there to move things along. If you invest the time and maybe money it takes to do this successfully, you will watch your team grow exponentially. If you don't, you're gonna lose your good people to other teams and other companies. So how did it shake out with that company that brought me in to shake things up? Well, using Liz's rules, we were able to do 3 big things. Number 1, we grew and scaled a department quicker and more successfully than any other department in the history of the organization. 2, we completed more large-scale change projects successfully than had been completed by a team in the department's history. And 3, we saw more interdepartment collaboration amongst the organization than had ever been seen before. So here's a reminder. You don't have to have the support of your organization to find success. You just have to find the right people. The right people help you work on the right stuff and get shit done. And that's what we do over at Short Solutions. There's a link to our website down in the description. Check it out and I'll see you over there. Make it a great one.